What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to another video. Today we're gonna figure out what kind of gear I bring out there on the trail. So I've been hiking for around 2 years now, and I feel like I've dialed in my gear pretty well. It's not perfect by any means, but I've gotten it pretty light. I think with my fall gear, I'm running around a base weight of 11, 12. Because I know my fall gear runs around 8 to 9. So yeah, I was just gonna say 11 to 12 for my fall gear. So in this video, I'll be going over what I pack during the fall, but I'll also let y'all know what I bring during my 3 seasons backpacking. So anyway, let's go back to the past because that's when I had everything out, and let's see what's in the bag. So the bag I've been using here is the Durston Kakwa 40. I've been using it a little over a year now, and I mean, I love this pack. It's super light, it's got all the compartments I need, but I'll be doing a video in the future about this bag, telling you all about it and telling you what I love about it. So one of the first things I put in my bag is like a trash compactor bag. I haven't really got into the backpacking liners, but when I do, I'll definitely let you know my thoughts on those. But in the trash compactor bag, I mean, they're cheap. I mean, they last a long time, they're super light, and they've never really given me any problems. So this will be the first thing. This will keep all my sleep gear dry and anything else I don't want getting wet. So the next thing I usually throw in my bag is my quilt. This is the Pariah Thermodown 15-degree quilt. So I will stuff this down at the very bottom so I can form a bottom to it. I'll stuff this down pretty good and try to form it so that way, you know, my backpack can stand. And once I get some weight in there, obviously it'll do some teeter-tottering, but sometimes I'll get it perfect enough to where, you know, no matter how much weight's in the front or the back, it usually stays. And during 3 seasons time, I'll use this Red Camp sleeping bag slash quilt. You can open it up all the way. And I mean, it keeps me pretty warm, you know, during the cooler days, but it's also not too hot during the hot days. You know, I can always just take it off, or if I get a little chilly tonight, I just throw this on or something. I do the same thing. I don't usually put my sleeping bags in its bag because I like to make a form on the bottom of the backpack. All right, after I get my sleeping bag in there, I will throw in my sleeping pad. And this is the Climate Insulated Static V sleeping pad. I enjoy this pad. It's pretty comfy. It keeps me pretty warm on those cold weather days. I think I've gotten this down to about 20 degrees and I was just fine. I usually just stuff this right on top towards the front of the bag. Flatten it as much as possible. There we go. So during 3 seasons backpacking, the pad I'll normally use is just this Nemo Switchback. Definitely helps with breaking down camp. I mean, you don't have to deflate your pad. You just fold it up and then throw it on your bag. And then the last part of my sleep system will be my pillow. This is the Nemo Pillow Elite. And man, I gotta tell you, I love this pillow ever since I got it. It's so comfortable, especially being paired with another pillow. So I'm a guy that likes to bring 2 pillows, and having 2 pillows along with this, oh man, it's a game changer. Just stuff as much at the bottom as I can as possible. So now that I got all my sleep gear at the very bottom, you know, compressed down, I can start putting in my food bag, my tent. So the next thing I usually put in there is the tent, and this is the Durston X-Mid 1. I mean, I love this thing. I mean, every time I go out there, I get excited about putting this up. It's just super easy to put up. The features it has on the tent, I mean, it's just super cool. With the tent, I will usually just kind of sit this upright like this. I just put it on one side. That way I get my food bag and put it right beside it, so that way they're both easy accessible. And then once I'm in camp, I can just get whatever I need at the bottom. Everything else will be out. And we can't forget the stakes. I got this, oh no, there's a hole in it. Durston, I need a new bag, please. Yeah, this, oh wow, there's a lot of holes in this. I can't forget the stakes. I got this along with my tent, and I like this bag, except now that it's falling apart, I need to find a new one. So what I usually set my tent down with are these Z-Pack stakes. I really like them. I like the color blue, so that's really cool. And I believe these are Z-Packs as well, the little shepherd hook stakes. I usually use those for the doors or really anything else, maybe extra stakes for anybody. And these I will usually throw in my front pockets just for easy access. Also part of my shelter is of course my trekking poles. These I will usually put on this deeper pouch right here. I just send it through the loop and stuff them together. Alright, so now I put in my food kit, which will go right beside my tent. So both of them are easy access. I can just pull them out, you know, no problem. The bag I use for my food kit is the Granite Gear food pack. This is a 9-liter bag. You know, personally, I like the zippered bags better than the roll-up bag, just the fact that I can open it up and just look at everything. So what I usually put in my food bag is like my food kit, my food of course, and really anything I need for my food. It's all just in one bag, just ready to go. Unless I can't fit everything in there, I usually throw my pot outside of the bag. So this is the pot I use, is the Toaks 900 milliliter pot. Super light, super nice. Ever since I got it, I loved using it. It comes with this awesome orange pouch. Now normally I will also throw my gas canister in here, my stove, and my cup. Here recently I've got these bigger cans that my buddy's got me, so I've been using it up. So I usually just throw that in there and everything else will be outside the pack. Stove I'm using is the BRS stove. I love this thing. It's super tiny, super light. Never had a problem with it. The next thing that goes in my bag is the Sea to Summit collapsible cup. Fits 16 fluid ounces. And man, I love this thing. I mean, you can flatten it, it's easy to clean, and it can take up to hot temperatures, so you can throw you some coffee in there and drink it in the morning. And it's also got measurements on the inside, so that's really super handy for your Mountain House meals. So I'll throw that in there as well. The spoon I use is the Toaks titanium spoon. Love this spoon. It's super long for those Mountain House meals if I need to get into it. It's super light, super easy to clean. And I got the polished one, and it's been super nice. It hadn't bothered me while eating it all. Yep, and this will go right beside my cake. So far, that's what I got. I mean, let's just roll this down just to show you. That's how much space I have left. And I really don't have a lot more to go, just my ditty bag and some extra clothes. I can probably fill it up to here, so that way I can roll it down about 4 times. All right, so after I got all that stuff in, I'll usually like stuff any extra clothing that I bring. I'll throw it like more towards the front, like middle. After that, I roll up that bag and then I start putting everything else I need in there. Usually the next thing I'll throw in there is my ditty bag, which is this little bag here, and I'll throw in like, shit, I don't know, just like small stuff that I don't want just kind of loose. But I also throw my electronics in here, like my power bank I have here. This is the Inu, however you want to say it. I've had this ever since the beginning as well. It's been treating me nice, still works. Pretty good amount of charge and pretty lightweight. You know, that goes in there along with like, I'll bring like a Type-C and then a regular USB as well. This is just like an extra Walmart power bank that I've never used out there, but you know, it's always good to have an extra power bank. It's super light, so I don't really mind bringing it. Me and my buddies like to play dice, so I'll bring like a set of dice out there. I mean, it's super light. It ain't gonna take much room anyway. And last but not least, my headlamp. So I switched over to this Nitecore UL25, but I have been having issues with it, and I'm honestly a little disappointed. But I've switched over to my old ultralight headlamp. I can't remember which one it's called. I can't even find it on their website anymore. But I'll throw that in there until I get to camp, and then usually I'll keep it out. And if I know for sure I'm a night hike, I'll usually just throw it on my hip belt. I also keep an extra cap in there, you know, just because, and then I got a pen and paper, you know, for our game. Yeah, and this stuff. This is some fire starter, really useful out there, especially if the woods are wet. So we'll just roll this on up, and we'll throw that on top. All right, so now at the top, I will usually put in my jackets, so that way they're easy access. I just have to open up the packs. But if I know I'll need it later, I'll usually strap it on the top of the pack. So we'll just stuff this like towards the front. And then finally, my rain jacket will also go towards the top. So now that is everything for inside the bag. So we're just gonna roll this on down. And as you can see, with my winter setup here, I still got plenty of room. No problem. Now, let's see what I put on the outside of this bag. You already know my steaks are in here, but I also throw in my poop kit. And in here I have my Bogler Company poop trowel. I also carry my Body Glide in here as well. And then I just rip me up some toilet paper, get it in a nice square, and so that way I can roll it up, get it down as small as possible, and just put it off to the side. Next thing I throw in there is bug spray. Gotta have it. I will always have this on me. Next up is the Flex Tail pump. This is the second version of it, and it's super cool. I mean, it ends up mattresses pretty well, pretty fast. So I usually stuff this in the inside of my bag, but I'm gonna give it a shot on the outside just to see. Unless I know for sure it's gonna rain, then I'll definitely keep it inside. The next thing I usually put up front is the Murakniv knife. Super lightweight knife. And if you're a hiker that wants a knife, Murakniv Scout, I believe. I don't know. I'll have it up on the screen. So I usually put this up here, and I'll throw some other things like my gloves or a face mask if I have it. I'll throw it up there just for easy access. That's usually everything I'll have up front. I do utilize both of the side pouches and my hip belt pockets, of course. With my hip belt pocket, I'll usually throw my lighter in there, a headlamp if I need it, some walking snacks like Slim Jims or crackers or something. I'll throw in my ferro rod in there. Super nice. Love starting a fire with it. I mean, super cool. Sawyer grease filter, I'll usually have it in a Ziploc bag, and I will stuff that in this deeper pocket right here, and then it goes right there. Now I'll try to usually put it in front of the poles because I will have like another liter bottle in here. All right, the water collector I used is a CNOC bag. Love this thing. I mean, it's super handy. I actually have the limited edition glow in the dark one, and when you're not using it, just roll it up. Save space. And then I will also throw that right here. So all of my water purifying kit is in here, unless they're tablets, and I will have them somewhere else. I don't have any right now. I definitely utilize these. I put my water bottle in this one. And in this one, I've stretched it out enough to where I can put my phone in there. I also have a hand sanitizing thing right here, easy access. It's right there if I need it. I have it off right now, but I'll have like a towel, a little sweat towel right here. Alrighty, so that's everything I have in my bag, more or less. I don't have my food or my water or anything, but got all my gear in here. It fits really nice, with room to spare. And I love this setup. I've been using this setup for the past year, I'd say. So yeah, I've been loving it. I love every bit of it. There are a few gear changes I want to do, but not because I don't like the gear, but because I just want to venture on to new horizons. For a winter setup in a 4-liter bag, it's not bad at all. I love it. All right, guys, that's it for today. I appreciate y'all watching my videos. If y'all will, like and subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see y'all in the next one.